Very good morning to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about Citizen Charter. Hi, I am Dr. Deepak Sharma, Assistant Professor in ICDL HPU. So to begin with, first of all we need to understand what are the objectives of this module. The primary objective of this module is to understand the evolution of Citizen Charter in India. Second, the role of Citizen Charter in achieving good governance. Third, initiatives taken by various ministries and departments. Fourth, current scenario of its implementation. So to summarize, a citizen charter as an essence is a quality assurance strategy that offers a type of consumer guarantee in order to make providers more responsive to consumers by consultation and more accountable to government and the community through performance monitoring. Although a citizen charter has been implemented, but it seems to be a procedural formality rather than an opportunity to introduce organized framework to boost quality of service delivery and enhance accountability. There were serious lapses in the implementation of citizen charter, ranging from design and poor advertising to implementation, timely updates and evaluation. The net outcome is that end users lack the awareness to apply for the services or redress their grievances in a time-bound manner. It is perceived that only when these roadblocks are addressed, the spirit of a citizen charter would yield the desired results. So, to begin with the introduction, in a churning milieu of reforms in public administration, public service delivery and its efficiency has been a major concern across the globe. With the advent of policy transfer in a globalized world, new tools of public management and good governance have stretched all over the world. It is in that backdrop the concept of citizen charter was first conceived by John Major of UK in 1991. It is regarded as a tool of good governance which aims at addressing the challenge of service delivery and citizen-centric administration. Then we need to see about the international scenario. The white paper, the Citizen Charter, it aims at raising the standard, was published in July 1991. Its foreword stated, "I want the Citizen Charter to be one of the central themes of the public life in 1990s. The government of John Major implemented the Citizen Charter policy in United Kingdom for the first time in 1991 with the aim to continuously improve the quality of the public services. The Citizen Charter based on the model of United Kingdom has been adopted by developed nations and as well as developing nations. So coming to the dimensions of Citizen Charter, number one, it must define what standards or qualities of a service could be expected. Second, what performance indicators can be used to assess services. Third, who are responsible for the service provision. And finally, what mechanisms or procedures are available for the grievances or the complaints. Then we need to see the Indian scenario of Citizen Charter. So tracing back the origin of Citizen Charter in India can be traced to the national debate on an agenda for effective and responsive administration at the Conference of Chief Secretaries of all states held in New Delhi in 1996. The conference resulted in resolution, that is Action Plan for Effective and Responsive Government, which was later adopted by the Chief Ministers of all states UTs at a conference held in 97. So when we look at the definition of the Citizen Charter, it is basically a written voluntary declaration by a service provider that highlights the standard of service delivery that they must subscribe to, availability of choice for the consumers, avenue for the grievance redressal and other information. Then these are the main principles of Citizen Charter. Quality, which states at improving the quality of service, then the choice wherever possible, then the standards. This standard specifies what to expect and how to act if standards are not met. Yes, this is very important. Then comes the value for the taxpayers' money. Then accountability for individual as well as for the organizations. And finally, transparency, which aims at good governance through rules, procedures, schemes, and grievances. Then comes the components of Citizen Charter. It must involve the vision statement, Second, the mission statement. Then we have to identify the service and the identification of level organizations which manage at various stages, and within each organization there has to be the distribution of work, responsibilities and abilities that delineates their obligation to achieve specific client user, irrespective of whether the organizations mention details of the business, premises, domain of the service and functions. Then identification of client groups, that we have to identify what are the client group stakeholders and the users. Then comes a specification of timeframes for each service. Then specification of time frame at the different levels. Then the specification of service quality standards. The charter must point out the specific eminent standards to which organization is committed. Then specification of service delivery standards. Charter should endow with a clear assurance on a service delivery standards such as timeliness, access, accuracy, reliability, affordability, responsiveness, fairness, sensitivity, and the courtesy in the delivery of service. All these service delivery standards are paramount to the good governance. Then comes the clear information about the processes and the procedures. It is vital that the charter must offer information about the procedures involved in obtaining the service and facilitates the citizens to access to it. Then comes the specification of service quality standards and about the contact points for obtaining service benefits. The name and the address of dealing personnel for obtaining particular service should be provided in the charter. And then finally, providing information about the public grievance redress mechanism that must lay down that how we have to update about the grievance redress mechanism which are available at the various levels in an organization. Then when we look at the implementation of Citizen Charter, there are around 600 central departments which have formulated Citizen Charter till date, which broadly include Ministry of Agriculture and Cooperation, Development of Atomic Energy, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, Ministry of Civic Aviation, Ministry of Coal, Commerce and Industry, and finally Ministry of Consumer Affairs. So to conclude, a Citizen Charter is in a sense is a value assurance strategy that offers a type of citizen-centric governance. The Citizen Charter is as one of the key approach of the new public management intended delivering quality services in a time-bound manner. This particular thing, time-bound manner, is quite important. If carried out with precision, Citizen Charter will prove to be a panacea to all ills of governance. Therefore, it is apparent that only when these roadblocks are addressed, the spirit of Citizen Charter would achieve the desired objectives.